Hello everyone, this is the situation at the end of the German movement phase of turn 3. These two assault guns came from Tinguda. They want to be somewhat centrally located so they can assist if and when Uranus comes, or they can still move into Stalingrad should the opportunity arise. Move to infantry up from Tinguda as well, and here to Axis minor infantry, I believe, came from Abganorovo station. These mobile units moved up from Tinguda as well. These two units came from Bekatovka. I've moved some more units in here because I do want to get rid of all these Russian units that are obstructing the northern approaches to Stalingrad. I've also added the two fighters here, which can join a battle, not an assault. And there is no anti-air here, so yeah, I just want to make sure I really get rid of them on this turn and that they don't inflict any more casualties on me, because I do think I actually want to save these two infantry, so I'll probably take the any hits that they might score on the artillery and or the assault guns, although both are relatively valuable as well because I don't yet have any artillery in the city, and should the Russians bring it to bear, that is their air force, on my forces, that is the German forces in the city, yeah, they don't have any way to defend themselves. So yeah, the best I can hope for is for the Russians to roll not a single hit, but I do definitely want to take them all out on this turn, and ideally on this particular round, so they don't get to fire again. That's why I added the two fighters here. I've moved these two units up. I've retreated one here to create a defense in depth, and well, the Russians do have a rocket launcher there, so they might always just, kill one or two of them for free. So I thought it might be an opportune moment to do that now. These units are kind of still holding off the Russian forces here, although they're really not all that strong anymore, especially not on offense. Two mechanized infantry and one infantry, although of course they do also have two assault guns here, which now again can fire because the area is not contested. Yeah, so, and on the city board, the force multipliers have already taken effect, so some units moved in and had to stop there. Here, the silicate factory is being assaulted. These units have just moved into Gumrak. These two have blitzed. They'd better hope that the ambusher doesn't score a hit, because they are, well, it's just two units, but of course Pavlov's house was completely undefended. It is a fortified area, so any units the Russians do bring across would have to be assaulting across an unfrozen river. So I thought it might be worthwhile to try this anyway. Over here there's an assault going on, and the Germans are going to try to destroy the ferries, so the Russians will have to rebuild them, and perhaps more importantly, because that actually happens before the attacks in the city, these units will all be, the units in the corresponding color sector will all be out of supply. So even though it's only one unit, then hopefully they will all miss, because the German units are few and far between as well, basically, still at the moment. So they're really hoping for these units to make it into the city as well, and potentially perhaps these two tanks. But I really do want to keep some units available to counter Uranus as well when it comes. So that's the German movement phase of turn 3. I hope you enjoyed, and see you after the next one.